We're back at the What's Cooking show, everyone, and it's smelling really nice on the set this morning. So we got our chili going. Troy, how we stand on our dish?
We looking pretty good right here, and you and I both know that, and a lot of people in TV land out there know that this would be great right now.
Normally, you let it go a little bit longer.
But you have to let it go a little bit longer. You kind of want to slow cook that and get it down
like
to where it all kind of meshes, just like any chili.
A few hours.
Some people like it a little chunkier than others, but this would be bonbon right now, I promise you.
Definitely.
Definitely. I mean, definitely. We're going to add just a tad bit of
brown sugar.
Brown sugar, just to kind of cut that little tart of the tomato.
There you go. Got to cut that acid.
That's it. That'll work.
Now, Troy, give us an idea of some of your best-selling dishes, things that you sell a lot of, stuff like that.
Honestly, I do. Like I said earlier, my food is quite diverse, but I'm well known for my shrimp and grits, which simplicity sometimes in some dishes is your easiest thing.
That's my motto.
So, you know, to make my job hard makes it harder for me to try to please you. So sometimes you try to do simplicity, which is shrimp and grits with a little bit of vegetables, and it's filling. And we're not into giving a little bit of food. There's a saying at Cafe Josephine, if you leave here hungry, it's your fault, not mine. Because those of you that have been there know that we serve a good amount of food.
I've had the grits before, and they're amazing.
And we do, I mean, I'm starting to do some specials with some fish and stuff because
branching out.
We was talking earlier that, you know, people do come often and they get tired of eating the same thing and just want something different.
It's called burnout.
So it's about, you know, imagination and having fun in this job. Yes. You know, if you cook the same old menu day in and day out, then I could see where it could become a job. Yeah, but if you try to diversify and make sure that people get different things, because you know what, I also have a saying, if you just want to fill your gut, stay home and eat a bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
But if you want good food, you got to go out and venture and find the good places for food.
Yeah, because they make good bologna, but they don't make great bologna, you know?
You're right, you know.
Unless you put a nice little good cheese on it.
Or you fry it or something like that, you know. But it's true. Our food is about our culture here, and it's about everything should have a flavor, and it should just really be an experience to eat.
That's right.
You know?
And just to remind everybody that, you know, we were talking earlier, you know, when you go to a full-service restaurant like this, like all three of us run, that, you know, it does take time to prepare the food, because everybody cooks to order.
Not a fast food restaurant.
Not fast food.
You know, it's
definitely
just not sitting on a heat lamp just waiting for you to order it.
Most people can appreciate the fact that we're cooking yours. As the order comes in, we don't prepare nothing in advance as far as cooking-wise.
That's right.
We do prepare fish and have it stuffed and ready to go, stuff like that.
That's correct.
You have to do
we prepare to be prepared is what it is.
Exactly.
But it's not, you know, it's not cooked like, let's say you have a stuffed flounder or stuffed tilapia or something, you know, you don't cook it like 2 hours ahead of time and just...
No, and nobody wants that. No,
I wouldn't want to serve it. I wouldn't want to eat it, so why would I serve it to somebody else?
Nobody, let's say you have the amberjack you were talking about earlier. Let's say you have that. Nobody wants one that you were cooking and started cooking before they left the house, and it's been there, you know, sitting in the hot box, getting dried out, and it's not really fresh. It's been sitting under heat, and everybody wants it cooked to order and put on my plate setting. You know, when I'm ordering it. So
that's
not way in advance. And that's what we do.
It's about fresh ingredients. There's nothing better than a fresh cut onion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's companies out there that cut onions and you can buy them fresh cut and stuff, but at Cafe Josephine's, we take an onion and cut it fresh every morning, just like our tomatoes and everything else. I want you to experience what food is really about here in Louisiana.
Yeah, and believe me, you know, restaurants we can buy, they do make the bell peppers and onions like separate, but all cut ahead of time. And the onion loses most of its flavoring power when it's cut way in advance.
That's right.
You know, I was taught years ago the time to cut an onion is right before it goes in the pan.
Right before it goes into the pot. You know, it's important. That's a flavor profile that. I mean, come on, what do you cook in South Louisiana with no onions?
Well, really,
onions
nothing.
Go in everything. Right. I mean, cereal and milk is about the only thing, and then I might try it. You know, I mean, that crunch factor could be
French onions.
Jason needs roasted garlic in his cereal.
He would, definitely.
I don't care, Cheerios, Frosted Flakes.
Oh yeah, Frosted
whatever
Flakes.
you
Captain Crunch, bud. Captain Crunch.
Oh, peanut butter and garlic cloves. What? Got a ring to it.
Definitely.
You're going to have to do that next time on the cooking show for us.
Hey,
let's try it.
Give it a shot.
Hey, I'm game for anything. I'll give it a shot one time.
We're going to have more than one dish, because pouring the milk and just the garlic is going to be kind of quick. You know?
Yeah, but we got to go roast the garlic.
But
and
we have to
everything.
roast the garlic. You're right, and that
You-
does take a
you're the-
while, and it's not something you want to leave on the stove or. Because I roast mine in the pan, actually, I'm using right here. So, some people do it in the oven.
I do it in olive oil in the oven.
I
some
haven't got that to that yet. So this I can watch. When it's the right color, I'll pull it,
Yep.
put it on the pan, put it in the cooler, and let it stop cooking, and go from there.
But Joe, you got most of these ingredients at the pig, right? Except maybe the deer meat.
Yeah, that's true. You can
Exactly.
find all the
All the ingredients are there.
all the ingredients at either store here in Opelousas, 8410 Highway 182 North,
Or 1305 Heather Drive, or
seven-
Highway 1. Well, say the 17.
1744 Highway 1 in Simsport.
Simsport.
Don't forget our little Simsport store up there.
No.
Got all the quality ingredients
We need to do a
there
cooking
too,
show.
just like Opelousas.
We need to do a cooking show at the Simsport store.
Yeah, we do.
Sounds like fun.
Maybe I can get one of the guys from the Simsport store to come down here and do some cooking for us.
Remember we did a show at the Steamboat one time,
That's right.
live from the Steamboat. That was a fun show.
That was a fun show.
Yeah. In your own backyard, bud.
Actually, we were in the bar.
Using the bar. Okay, that's good too.
We had a little wine after, but then we
Oh,
didn't put
yeah.
that on
We
the show.
are trying to expand our wine at Cafe Josephine's. That's something that takes a little time, and you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to listen to your patrons.
Oh, yes.
Because it doesn't do me any good to go out and buy a bunch of wine and say, hey, here it is, and here what we have. So it's like,
Believe me,
no.
there are some that will sell like crazy, and there are some that will sit in
That
your
was
wine
it.
cellar
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, Troy, we're going to go ahead and start and plating up our dish. And
Okay.
for these pretty little bowls.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. I'm jealous.
That'll work. Okay.
and just tell everybody at home that, Troy did cook this earlier.
Yes, I did
Because
cook
it-
this
the time
because of TV
allowed.
Land, time allowed. And actually, some people like it with cheese on it.
I love it with cheese.
I
you
like
know,
cheese.
so-
I love it with raw
onions.
onions on
So
top.
we're gonna plate this kind of like this. And for Jason,
I like those little
look what
pops.
we're
Yeah.
doing. Look what we're doing
Yeah.
for Jason. Well, we're gonna put a few of these roasted garlics on
What?
there.
I'm eating this one.
We have those little seasoned crackers.
These are the
And,
best, huh?
They call those old lady crackers.
Oh,
And I
well,
learnnd that at
I like old ladies, so I like
that's
old lady
it.
crackers.
Okay, and we're gonna serve this one just like this.
Look how perfect.
Yeah, and we're gonna do two because we like to share. In South Louisiana, it's about sharing and everybody getting
Sharing is caring.
a teat mozzo. So you can cut that off for me. So
I sure
thank you
will.
very much.
Now, I like the cheese and I like the onions.
Okay, then I was fixing to ask and be courteous.
Well, Troy, we thank you for coming, man.
Yeah,
And
thank you
no,
so
I
much.
appreciate you having because this is kind of like quality time with people who actually know what they're doing.
Yeah,
It's always
if
nice
you want
to
a
have
quality
you on the
meal like
show.
this, go meet Troy at Cafe Josephine right there in the Sunset, right on Napoleon. So you have a wonderful dinner
Join us
and
for the
some nice wine and stuff and
Yeah.
everything else.
Join us for a good show next week.
Yeah.
Good food and friendly staff.
And thank you for watching the Which Cooking Show. And join us back next week when we have another special guest to come cook for us.